Hi, you guys. I'm so happy to be back on YouTube. I know it's been a while since my last video, so I apologize for being gone for so long. Uh, life was just a whirlwind with two major holidays and traveling, but now I am back. I'm ready to make more videos, and I'm just happy to be here. So today, I wanted to do a little review for you guys. I recently picked up a book called The Little Book of Skincare by Charlotte Cho, and it's actually a really good book, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. That's right, today's video is a review. So this book, as I said before, it's by Charlotte Cho, and she is one of the co-founders of SoKo Glam, which stands for South Korea Glam, and it's a website that basically curates Korean beauty products and lets people know what these products do, what skin type they're most effective for, how to use them, and how to buy them. And so the reason why there's such a interest in Korean beauty products and K-beauty is because South Korean beauty products are all about enhancing the health of your skin. So the healthier your skin is, the better it looks, the better it feels, the nicer your makeup will look when your skin is healthy. Like your makeup will look better on your skin because it's healthy. So, when I first started getting really interested in skincare and Korean beauty, I was intrigued. I love healthcare. I love making myself my healthiest. I love being mindful of the products that I use. So exploring Korean beauty really spoke to me. And as I started to explore it, I ran into some setbacks. Okay? So I'd say I ran into two major setbacks. The first setback is I didn't know what products to use or how to use them. I would go to certain stores and I'd see serums and toners and ampoules and sheet masks, and I would not know when in my beauty routine to put these things on or take them off or anything else like that. And my second challenge was that I didn't really understand some of what the products were intended to do. For example, some Korean beauty products say whitening on their label, and I don't believe in lightening my skin, so I was always unwilling to try a product if it said that it was going to whiten skin. But this book that Charlotte Cho wrote completely demystifies K-beauty. She breaks it down for both people who are new to skincare, period, and people who are familiar with skincare but new to Korean skincare. So her book actually lists all the steps in the Korean beauty routine, the 10-step routine, I believe is what it's called. So basically, Charlotte lists every step, and she lists every type of product you should use and she explains how you should use it. She talks about the double cleanse, which starts with using an oil-based cleanser and then using a water-based cleanser to remove makeup and residue. She talks about following up with your cleanser with a toner, which rebalances the pH of your skin. She talks about using a sheet mask after your toner, but before your moisturizers. And she goes into depth in the book about why you do each step in that order and how effective each step is. She stresses the importance of sunscreen, which is something that in Western beauty hasn't really been stressed that much. And she also explains some terminology that I think everyone could benefit from learning. For example, as I said earlier, I was a little bit hesitant to try Korean beauty products because they said whitening on many of the labels. Charlotte Cho explains in this book that when a product says whitening, what they typically mean is brightening, as in they're trying to get your skin to look more radiant, more bright, more awake and luminous. So when she explained that, I felt a lot more secure exploring Korean beauty products because I didn't have to worry about them changing my skin tone. So, with that said, I am going to give you a brief rundown of this book. So, it starts off with some autobiographical information about the author, Charlotte Cho. She talks about how growing up in California, she was very much about getting a tan and living the beach life, and she didn't really take very good care of her skin, and she didn't really know how to take care of her skin. And I really appreciate that she put those anecdotes about her past into this book because it helped me realize that she had to learn the best way to enhance her skin. She didn't start off being super knowledgeable about skincare. That made me feel confident that I could learn too. So I appreciated reading about her struggles with getting her skin to look its best and be its healthiest. So the autobiographical information is really valuable, and it helps readers connect to Charlotte Cho and her journey, and it helps us trust her and her expertise and her perspective. The next thing that I think is really beneficial about this book is that it very clearly covers the cultural aspects of Korean beauty and Korean society, and it talks about ways that people who grow up in Korean culture are encouraged to care for themselves and care for their community. And that bit of cultural information was also really intriguing. It got me interested in more than just the beauty, but learning about a culture that's different from mine. And, I believe that's always valuable. So, that's definitely a plus to this book. Then, after she explains about herself and Korean culture and how she ended up moving to South Korea to work for a number of years, she goes into the beauty routine and why it became so much of a part of her life and how she embraced it. And the beauty routine stuff was really great. As I said before, she definitely explains what each product does and how to use it. And she even includes like examples of products she's tried that she finds effective. So she explains the double cleansing process. She explains the toning and moisturizing process. And the most important process, protecting. Sunscreen is a huge part of this book. I don't know how many times the word sunscreen comes up in this book, but it came up so much and it really jumped out at me because I really only wore sunscreen on hot days or really sunny days if I was going out. And sometimes I would have sunscreen in my makeup, but not all of my makeup has sunscreen in it. And Charlotte Cho just really stressed in this book how sunscreen not only makes your skin look a lot younger because it's not getting damaged by the sun as much, but also just how it's an important aspect of your skin health, period. She talked about how a lot of people in South Korea make sure that they're wearing sunscreen all the time so that their skin won't get burned, so that it won't be more exposed to the elements in ways that could cause illnesses and wrinkles and aging and discoloration. And I thought that was really beneficial. Like if I took nothing else away from this book, it would be that sunscreen is important. And I've had this book for about a month now, and I've worn sunscreen every day, and I have noticed that my skin is a lot smoother. It doesn't seem to be aging as quickly as it would otherwise. And I definitely feel a lot healthier. I feel better just in general. And I think that's because my skin isn't being subjected to some of the harsh sunlight and some of the harsher treatments out there that I was once putting it through. So that's another excellent thing about this book. And yeah, Charlotte Cho has done a very good job of basically explaining what you need to do to make your skin healthy, what you can use, and why she does what she does. As far as this book goes, I would say it's really well written, which is a plus because if a book isn't well written, it's going to be hard to understand information. It's going to be hard to get something out of it. This book is relatable, it's to the point, and it's just an excellent book. Like, I definitely enjoyed reading it. It's a quick read. I read through the whole thing in about 2 days, and I still refer back to it at least a couple of times a week. Like if I'm trying a different beauty treatment, or if I'm trying to figure out if there's a step in the beauty routine that I could enhance or get rid of altogether, I consult this book. It's actually a really good resource just to have as part of your general library and as part of your skincare library if you happen to have books about skincare. And yeah, it's good to read, easy to read. All the information is clearly delivered. And at the end of reading this book, I felt excited to try new aspects of the Korean beauty routine. For example, I love sheet masks, and I was only using them about once a week because I didn't want to overdo it. This book told me I could do sheet masks more often. I started doing sheet masks like 2 or 3 times a week, and not only does it feel good, but it like makes my skin look really nice. And I didn't know I could do sheet masks that often. So if you want a pretty good concrete resource for how to enhance your skin's health, and you just want to learn some new things for your own well-being, I definitely recommend this book. You can get it on Amazon. I also happen to get it at a bookstore, Borders, or Barnes and Noble, because most bookstores are going out of business these days. But yeah, wherever you can get this book, I definitely recommend it. It's a good read. And I guess my last bit of advice is, if you read this book and you feel like a step doesn't apply to you because you might not have a type of skin that's outlined in this book, like she talks about dry skin, oily skin, acne-prone skin, combination skin. If you feel like something in this book doesn't apply to you, by all means, be intuitive about it. Charlotte encourages people to figure out what works for them and to experiment with products and with their routine and how they apply it. So yeah, take this book as a tool to make your beauty routine your own. And that's really all I have to say. I hope if you guys read the book that you'll enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe, because I definitely have lots of things that I want to keep sharing with you all. And I hope you all enjoy the book and you enjoy your days. Bye.